opportunity,
caring,
compassion,
Time is invaluable.
Community.
Contributing.
Hi, I'm Dave Huddlestone. I'm a volunteer with Fauldhouse and Break Valley Community Development Trust. I volunteer on the Timeshare project, which is helping neighbours help each other. I'm a pilot on the Trishaw project, also the pilot trainer, which is a great thing for getting the elderly out and about in the community. I'm involved in the anti-poverty project, especially helping out with food parcels and deliveries, etc. And recently delivering cooked meals to people that were housebound and isolating due to the pandemic. I'm involved in the Eastfield Development Centre, which is a sports development within the village. I am one of the founder members of the Christmas Hamper project, which delivers Christmas hampers throughout the village for people less fortunate at Christmas time. I'm involved in the community arts project, which is building a tribute to the miners, which Fauldhouse didn't have, although the community itself was founded on the mining community and the caring commitment to the village, which was developed by the mining community and it is in the DNA of the village, is got to be recognised and will be this year, because we're just waiting for the pandemic results to disappear and we'll be on our way. I volunteer because I believe we should make a difference to our own communities. Local people make the difference, not politicians or anybody outside influences. We make the difference. And as a director of the trust, I believe that we should not only talk the talk, but walk the walk. So lead by example and enjoy the experience of volunteering, which is very, very satisfying. And people, when they do join as volunteers, that's the first thing they actually recognise is the satisfaction that you get from changing the community and helping. Fine. Bye.
To all the members, to all the organisations. It's as we've said previously, and I've said many times, I think knowing each other and being able to help and support each other has been absolutely invaluable when it comes to actually the signposting and referring and being able to speak to each other about the difficulties and the challenge that we faced. So thank you to everybody throughout the West Lothian Volunteer Network.
One in particular would be Frances, who has been a volunteer in our cafes, working one-to-one with vulnerable children in the Cook School, as well as now volunteering 2 or 3 times a week, doing delivery service and doing beneficiary calls to help support and speak to people. So she's been absolutely incredible, and we couldn't have done it without her. Her positivity, her engagement, and her time, and her just her energy when she's around us. She's brilliant.
Chess Lothian COVID-19 Young Volunteers. 10 days ago, they recently won a Young Scot Volunteering Award. That was 516 young people aged between 16 and 25 gave up 17,000 hours of volunteering to help patients and visitors and staff across all the sites in NHS Lothian, which included West Lothian. And although their prize winning doesn't dim the contribution of our over 1,200 volunteers, other volunteers who are currently supporting NHS patients.
Core volunteers that have stayed during the pandemic. Thank you to the volunteers from Sky and British Gas for helping us do deliveries. But there's a special thank you to 2 ladies in our warehouse that's been here every single week during the pandemic, making up our food parcels.
Thank my 2 colleagues, Joanne and Maureen, for all the support they have given me and within the team and the volunteers over the past year in keeping the ship afloat.
Hello, it's lovely to be with you again, albeit electronically. And for those of you who haven't met me before, my name is Moira Niven and I'm Lord Lieutenant for West Lothian, and I represent Her Majesty the Queen in the county. It's great to see the volunteer network continue to run the volunteer celebration this year. And although we cannot meet in person, it's fantastic that we're able to meet online. And I'm so grateful to the network for arranging this. It's such an important date in our annual diary in West Lothian. Now, I'm going to do a bit of name dropping and I hope you'll forgive me, but when I was invited to Buckingham Palace to meet Her Majesty the Queen in 2017, when I took up my role as Lord Lieutenant in West Lothian, the question that she asked me was, how was volunteering in West Lothian? And I said, it's in a very healthy condition. We have a lot of very good volunteers working across a wide range of areas. And I also told her it was something that we were encouraging in all of the schools and particularly at the college in West Lothian. And I'm delighted to see that we've gone from strength to strength in this area. And I think our experience of COVID the past year and a bit and the restrictions of COVID have shown us how important volunteering is in our community. And so many people have become active in volunteering and responding to the needs of others, providing support and practical help for those in need. I've always seen as volunteering as being a sort of magical glue that binds us together as a community. And it's great to have this event where people's volunteering activities are acknowledged and recognised, and the certificates are issued to all of the volunteers. Now, I know that the different groups and the coordinators will take the certificates either electronically and issue them on paper or electronically. But the big thing is that we recognise what people do in their communities through their volunteering. Also, I would like to take this opportunity just to mention to you that the Queen's Award for Voluntary Service is something that I think our voluntary group should look into. Now, it's an award which is the equivalent of an MBE for an organisation, and it is to reward the truly exceptional and highly innovative groups, voluntary groups. So I will arrange for this to be emailed out to you all, but I really would encourage you to look into this. Now I'm going to mention something else that I think is something that you would be interested in. But the Queen's Green Canopy has recently been launched, and this is to celebrate the Queen's Platinum Jubilee in 2022. And it's a wonderful project, and I think its strapline is "Plant a tree for the Jubilee." And I think we'd all agree that's a great thing to do. So we're looking for community groups to get involved in that. And there'll be more information on the intranet and on social media. But most of all, I want to thank you all as coordinators who work together to share practice and ensure the high standards of volunteering and support for your volunteers. I want to thank you all, and I want to thank all of the volunteers very much for all the excellent work that you do in our community. I want you to know that I really appreciate it, and I know the wider community does too. Thank you very much.